Friends, welcome to our today's session. The topic is WTO, and you already know WTO stands for World Trade Organization. We are learning this concept, the concept of WTO, in the context of international trade and business. So, since we are learning in that context, we need to know how WTO helps international trade and international commerce. That is more relevant for us. Okay, so few things we'll be learning. I will also take you take you for a virtual tour of WTO. Let us see what is that. We'll visit to their website. Now going to share the screen with you. Let us quickly have a look at the requirement of our syllabus. Yeah, this is what we are going to learn. We are at our third module, which deals with organizational and agreements. Under that, we are going to learn WTO. WTO's functions, principles, and agreements will be learning. After that, we'll be moving to other parts. That is another international organization, which is International Monetary Fund. Its purpose, facilities, then World Bank. In fact, these are the three organizations we are going to learn in our module, third module. So first one is WTO. Okay. So what is WTO? The theoretical things we'll be learning after some time. Right now, initially, what I will do, let me take you to WTO's website. Let us visit that place. Tell me what you are seeing on the screen now. What you are searching? What you are seeing? Google browser you are seeing?
Yes, sir.
Search engine. Okay. In that search engine, I am typing WTO. Let us visit to WTO's website. You see, I am getting this address WTO.org. So let us visit that home page of WTO. Okay, you are saying it. This is the home page of WTO. Okay, so you can learn about WTO here. News and events, trade topics, WTO membership, documents, WTO and EU. These things you can learn. Okay, let me click here about WTO. Okay, here you can get brief idea about this organization. But first, before learning anything, let me show you how WTO looks like. Can you see this link? What is written here?
Yes, sir.
What is written here?
WTO building.
WTO building. We'll visit to WTO building. Let us see some briefly. You see, it is located. Which place it is located? Can you read it?
Geneva, Switzerland.
It is located as Geneva, city of Switzerland, and it was established on 1st January 1995. It was created through some negotiation or a round of negotiation has created this thing. And as of now, how many members are there? You can read it from here. How many members are there? Is it clearly written?
164.
Yeah, 164 members are there, representing 98% of the world's trade. Okay, so this is their budget, 197 million Swiss francs. Then there are 623 secretarial staffs, and the head of the organization is called as Director General. You need to remember his name. It may appear difficult to pronounce. You can read it. Okay. These are the functions of WTO: administering WTO trade agreements, forum for trade organization, handling trade disputes, monitoring national trade policies, technical assistance and training for developing countries, cooperation with other international organizations. These are the prime functions of WTO. Okay, we'll be learning all these things, but you see, this website contains all these things. Okay, There are some introductory browsers one can read to understand what is WTO. See, WTO in brief, understanding WTO, 10 things WTO can do. So we can upgrade our knowledge by referring to that. But first, as I told you, let us visit the WTO building. I'm clicking here. I'm going to watch WTO building. Let us see it. You know, it is located at Geneva. Are you watching it? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's just visit. Let us make a 360-degree virtual tour. Just watch it carefully. How it looks like. Are you seeing this building? Are you seeing it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me make a 360-degree tour. Have a look. You can watch around. Okay, saw it, how it looks like. Okay, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Now, you see, yes, sir. Here one can enter into. Okay. This place one can have a virtual tour. Here is one other entrance. Okay, various rooms are there. Here also one more entrance, one can enter into many places. Let us say if you want to next floor, you can find it. Here is entrances are also there. Let me may go to the next area, next floor, next level. Okay, here is you see one more level. Okay. So various conference rooms are there. One can have a look how WTO looks like, WTO's office looks like. Okay. This is one more room I'm showing you. Okay, got some idea about this? This is about WTO's building we have visited. Now, we'll learn few more things, few basic things about WTO. You see, most of the things that we are supposed to learn in your syllabus are here in the website itself. You see, it explains who are we, that means who is WTO. It has got many roles. It operates global system of trade rules. It acts as a forum for negotiating trade agreements. It settles disputes between its members and it supports the needs of developing countries. This explains the key roles of WTO. You can easily understand. Okay. It is dealing with the rules of trade between nations. Okay. At its heart are WTO agreements. WTO is based on various negotiations and various trade agreements which are signed by the members countries. On that basis, WTO functions. It ensures that the global trade happens smoothly, goes smoothly, and predictably. There should not be any unpredictable things in the global trade and freely. So, as much as possible, barriers should be restricted. You see what WTO does, that is explained here. Okay, one can find out the organization chart of the WTO here. One can see here WTO in brief. It explains us how global trade rules are formed, how trade negotiations are done. Okay, you can just have a look. What are WTO agreements? How WTO helps developing countries. Okay, you can see the structure here. This chart I will be showing you separately. You can check membership, which are the countries who are the members. You can find it out. See, members and observers. Let us search members. Let us see India's membership. You see alphabetical order, countries' names one can find out. Let us say you want to search, you want to check India's membership. You see it is under I. You can find. Okay, tell me since when India is the member? Can you tell me?
1 January 1995.
Yeah, India was member first January 1995 onwards. So you can check India's membership, WTO membership data are there. Various resources are also available here. How decisions are taken in WTO. So organization charts are explained here. Ministerial conferences, what is General Council. We'll be learning many of these things. At convenient time, you can easily go through this WTO's website and understand most of these things. Now I am sharing the screen with you with a PPT. Let us understand about it. Okay, are you seeing PPT file now?
Yes, sir.
Now you have seen WTO, how it looks like. It is an organization for trade opening. That means if some country is facing some trade restriction, WTO can help. WTO can open up the trade. It's a forum of governments. Various governments join together and negotiate through trade agreements. So you can say it's a common place for various governments. It's a place to settle trade disputes in between members or non-members. There is some dispute between members and members. There is some dispute that can be settled over the platform of WTO. It's essentially a place where the number of governments try to sort out the trade problems, they come together, discuss the issues, and try to sort out the problem. That is called as that organization, that international organization is referred to as World Trade Organization. As you have already seen, located in Geneva, Switzerland, established 1st January 1995. Since then, from the very beginning, India is a member of WTO. It is created by org round of negotiation. This negotiation has resulted in the WTO. Membership, 164 countries are the members. You can check the membership from time to time, it keeps on changing. The budget, how much money they spend, that also from time to time changes. Secretarial staff as of now 623. Head of the organization, which is who is called as the Director General, is you see Koji Okonjo Iweala. Right now he is the DG, but it keeps on changing from time to time. You have to remember these names. And the functions of WTO, you have already seen it at the WTO website itself. They have mentioned what are its functions. Administrating WTO trade agreements. When trade agreements are signed, they are administered at WTO. It's a forum for trade negotiations. Trade negotiations are done at WTO also. Settles trade disputes. Trade disputes are settled on WTO platform. They monitor national trade policies. If some countries' trade policies are not favorable to international trade, then this WTO puts pressure to change that. So that is how WTO monitors national trade policies. It also provides technical assistance and training for developing countries. Developing countries may not be capable of participating in international trade and commerce. So WTO helps, provides them technical assistance. It also cooperates with other international organizations, let us say for International Monetary Fund, World Bank, etc. Other international organizations. Cooperation is required. WTO helps countries in cooperating with other international organizations, coordinating the things. WTO helps. Okay, so WTO operates on certain basic principles. First of all, without any discrimination. This is one of the principles. WTO doesn't discriminate between countries. That means each country is taken, is considered, is treated fairly. Right? Every country is equal. On that basis, WTO operates. WTO is for freer trade. That means lesser than barriers is better. WTO tries to reduce the trade barriers. You have already know there are various kinds of trade barriers, like tariff barriers, non-tariff barriers. So WTO always tries that minimization of the barriers so that trade can be more freer. And WTO also ensures that international trade, to the extent possible, should be relatively less risky. It should be predictable. When it becomes unpredictable, it becomes risky. So it becomes risky, the people find it, people normally hesitate to venture into international trade. So WTO ensures a kind of stability in international trade. How it does it? It sees that trade is predictable. Policies are almost stable. Trade policies are stable. Okay. WTO also ensures that it is the market becoming more competitive. There is no unfair practice. And also WTO sees that it is whatever policies they develop that should be more favorable to less developed countries. That means developed countries should grow with the help of WTO. These are the broad principles in which WTO operates. Is it clear up to this? Have you understood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, coming to various agreements. Agreements, of course, various agreements are there under WTO. We may not enter deep into that. If you want, you can refer to those agreements that are available in the website. So when you talk about any international agreement, so broadly, can say two kinds of agreements we refer to. One is multilateral, where more than two countries are involved. Another one is the bilateral, where only two countries are involved. Okay, so international trade, most of these international trades are conducted through this kind of agreements. Okay, and in WTO system, there are certain advantages. Let us quickly see the advantage. WTO operates through agreements, so we'll be seeing that agreements one by one. Not in detail, but in briefly, we'll be understanding what kind of agreements are entered into a WTO. So WTO system has these advantages. It helps, first of all, to promote peace. If something is written, agreement is entered into, it ensures peace of mind. One understand how trade can happen. Right. Then disputes are also handled constructively. That is one more role of WTO. And since rules are framed, WTO frame rules, it makes the life easier. If trade is free, cost of living also falls down. Freer trade cuts cost of living because competition is open, trade is free, so products throughout the world comes and products become cheaper. Cheaper products are good quality, cheaper products are made available to the consumers. Consumer gains. And it provides more choice of products, more choice of qualities. Throughout the world, in different places, products are produced. So one consumer can have more choices. Since trade increases, it raises the incomes of the participants. Whoever is participating in the trade, their income also goes up. Trade stimulates economic growth. Various countries grow, stimulates economic growth. The basic principle makes life more efficient. So these are some advantages of WTO system. So one can peacefully do the trade. But even if these advantages are there, there are some criticisms also. First criticism is that WTO dictates policy. So people who criticize WTO, their opinion is that WTO dictates policy. WTO is for free trade at any cost. It doesn't see the real situation or the practical situation that the country faces. WTO always insists on the trade should be free, barriers should be removed, but there might be some real necessity for a country to put a barrier that WTO doesn't understand. Commercial interest takes priority over development. WTO pays more attention to commercial interest. Commercial interest takes priority over environment and health and safety. These aspects WTO doesn't consider. WTO sees, WTO in fact ensures that trade should be free and commerce should be given most priority. And people also criticize WTO destroys jobs, worsens poverty, etc. When trade is free, some countries things are gets imported, so things are not produced within the country. So WTO destroys skills industry, destroys jobs. Small countries are powerless in WTO. WTO is the tool for powerful lobbies. So this is how WTO is criticized. But even if we look at the criticisms, this kind of criticisms will be there. But we have seen many advantages of WTO system. WTO practically helps. So you have to decide whether WTO is good or bad, keeping in mind the advantages and criticisms of WTO system. Okay, got some idea about advantages and criticisms aspect. Okay, any query if you have, ask me right now. Should we move now? Okay, let's move.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you see, this is how WTO is structured. So, ministerial conference, you can see, dispute settlement body is there, general council is there, general council meeting, at it's a trade policy review body. These are certain bodies are there. Council for trade in goods. Okay, so there are various committees under that. You see the list of committees. Okay, list of working parties. You see working groups. There are councils These are, you see, councils are there. Under this council, these committees and working parties are there. Okay, this is how WTO functions. This is a structure of functioning of WTO. Just have a look at this. Detail of these agreements we are not learning. Few other things I will tell you. The difference between GATT and WTO, I'll be coming to that later on. Now, what we've understood so far is that WTO is the only global international organization dealing with rules of trade. WTO frames rules on the basis of agreements. So, in fact, it's the only organization which deals with trade-related rules. So WTO functions on the basis of agreements which are negotiated and signed by most of the trading nations. Okay, so it is signed and it is ratified at their parliaments. This is how WTO functions. It is why it is said it's the organization for trade opening, because through this WTO, many countries are able to participate in international trade. It settles disputes. It's a forum for governments to negotiate trade agreements. Yeah. The structure of WTO, we have seen it. Now, this part we will see. The structure of WTO coming to the structure. Right now, as of you know, there are 164 members, and still some other countries have not become members, but effort is on to include them in person. WTO functions like this. The top level decision making body is the ministerial conference. It is this ministerial body or ministerial conferences are held once in every 2 years. Then general council is there. Okay, and then other councils like Goods Council, Services Council, Intellectual Property Councils. These councils are there. They report to the General Council. And under that, there are specialized committees, working groups, working parties are there. They help in functioning of WTO. Okay, and already we have seen the objective is to help free flow of trade. Trade should happen smoothly, freely, and fairly, and predictably with this objective of WTO functions. How it does it? It does it through administrating trade agreements, acting as a forum for trade negotiations, by settling disputes, by reviewing national trade policies. Various governments' national trade policies are reviewed to ensure that they are favorable for international trade. Assisting developing countries and cooperating with other international organizations, WTO functions by doing all these things. So as you know, there are around 640 staff, secretarial staff. The detailed exact number you can find out in their websites. These are various conferences. Now, main activities of WTO. We have already seen these activities. If you want, you can read this slide in detail. Since recorded videos will be available, you can pause it and read these slides and agreements. This detailed functions and agreements I'm not right now covering. Only at surface level, at broadly activities we are covering. But still, you can have a look at some of these main activities. Negotiating the reduction or elimination of obstacles to trade. If there is some trade obstacles, WTO helps in elimination of that. Administrating and monitoring the application of WTO's agreed rules. WTO rules needs to be administered. Monitoring and reviewing trade policies of the members. Settling disputes among our members. These are some functions you can see. Capacity building of developing countries. So it helps the developing countries to make them capable to participate in international trade. This capacity building exercise done by WTO. It also assists in the process of accession of other countries who are not become members. Conducting economic research. WTO also conducts economic research. And explaining and educating public about WTO. So this creates a awareness among public about the role of WTO. Okay. We have already discussed it. It works on several principles. Okay, like opening of borders, then something like this, opening of national markets to international trade, then proper, appropriate or sound domestic and international trade policies. So WTO helps in developing all these things. WTO always tries to ensure a kind of non-discriminatory trading system. Okay, it ensures that international in the international market there should not be any discrimination into the country. Export and imports should be treated fairly. Okay, so each country receives guarantee that its exports will be treated fairly and consistently with other countries' market. That means his export products will not be discriminated. And each promises to the same for his imports. That means his exports will be treated fairly, and he should also give fair treatment for the imports, whatever he is importing, that country is importing. The system also gives developing countries some flexibility. Developing countries are sometimes favored. Okay, so WTO takes care of the developing countries. Okay, WTO functions on these kind of rules. Detailed rule book, if someone wants to see, there is roughly around 30,000 pages. One can go through that. Yeah, these are the principal legal agreements. As you know, WTO functions on the basis of certain agreements. So these are 4 main agreements you can see. One is GATT, that is General Agreement for Tariff and Trade, GATT 1994. Second is GATS. GATS is General Agreement on Trade in Services. Third agreement is TRIPS, that is trade related aspects of intellectual property right. This is one more agreement. Then TRIM, that is trade related investment measures. So these are the 4 major agreements which are entered at WTO. Okay, the detail about GATT, but its composition, one can go through it. One can later on recorded videos will be available. Broadly, you can say GATT ensures that unfair trade practices are removed in international trade. That is the main purpose of the GATT. Various clauses are there in that agreement which deals with it. GATT, as you know, it takes care of the service sector. What is tradable services, how this will happen in international trade, that is dealt with. Services are classified into certain categories. Okay. Then the TRIPS deals with intellectual property right. So agreements, we are similarly TRIMS, you can go through these agreements. Detail we are not covering. Yeah, so these are broadly various agreements which are entered into by agreement. Yeah, one more thing I would just like to say, or very quickly we'll be discussing, that is about the difference between GATT and WTO. You see, WTO is an organization and GATT is an agreement. Okay, detail items which are there in the GATT, maybe some other time we'll see. Right now, time will not permit us to cover this. Did you get a fair idea about WTO?